Mark Yusko is sounding the alarm due to his concerns about the potential grave damage to Ripple's X-Crop. Keep yourself apprised of developments. X-Crop may be among the primary targets of the latest crackdown on cryptocurrencies, which SPERP holders should be aware of because of laws, government measures, and institutional moves. Operation ChokePoint 2 has a great deal of importance. A lot of people are trying to block people from getting into financial systems and halt certain crypto operations. In the absence of proper preparation, this could lead to significant difficulties for GREP holders. Huge financial losses could befall you. An important factor influencing X-Crop's future is the market's reaction to these regulatory risks. ChokePoint 2 is currently underway. Because of this, X-Crop is in jeopardy. The market for cryptocurrencies may be affected by this. Some companies will find it more difficult to use banking systems as a result of Operation ChokePoint 2, a government scheme. Its current emphasis is on the market for cryptocurrencies. When Operation ChokePoint was first launched, the U.S. government refused to provide loans to anyone who worked in businesses deemed high risk, such as payday lending and firearm sales. Now, things are taking a leap forward with Operation ChokePoint 2. It is targeting cryptocurrency and related operations, particularly X-Crop and similar assets. The end goal is to cut off access to financial services like banks and payment networks for digital assets and their owners. X-Crop will no longer be able to generate novel crypto concepts because of this. Due to its widespread use in global transactions, particularly for commercial and international payments, it is one of the most precarious cryptocurrencies. The price and utility of XCROP could take a major hit if the government takes action to counter it by limiting its access to financial systems. Regulatory pressure, banking prohibitions, and the shutdown of payment processors are all weapons the government may employ to block XRP from moving around in financial networks. Companies and banks find it more difficult to use in practice. For X-Crop owners, what does this imply? A substantial danger exists. Already facing legal action from the SEC, Ripple faces even more uncertainty and token restrictions if this new regulatory scheme is approved. There would be significant repercussions for X-Crop owners if this kind of thing were to happen, such as making transactions more difficult, increasing price volatility, or even compelling marketplaces to withdraw XCROP from their platforms. I don't understand how JER became a focal point of this assault. The rising importance of Ripple in global banking and the continuing lawsuit against the company by the SEC are the crux of the matter. Because of its potential to disrupt global payment networks, the authorities may view XRP's meteoric rise in popularity as harmful to established banking institutions. For this reason, Ripple and XCROP have shifted the target of Operation ChokePoint 2, which may be an effort to halt the cryptocurrency's expansion and the adoption of it by major corporations. Now that we understand Operation ChokePoint 2 and its motivations, let's examine the potential consequences for X-Crop owners. To help you protect your investment, let's take a look at what may happen to XRP if regulators continue their crackdown. Serious issues may arise for X-Crop users if Operation ChokePoint 2 succeeds in targeting X-Crop. A loss of liquidity in the market is one of the immediate consequences. If major markets were compelled to remove X-Crop from their listings, it would make it more difficult for ordinary individuals to buy or trade it. There would be far less demand for XRP if large trading platforms were unavailable. The token's volatility and accessibility to the market could both increase as a result of this. There is a risk that XRP's use and value may decline if traders shift their capital to less regulated assets, as platforms and banks find it more difficult to comply with regulators' restrictions. Another potential outcome is a decrease in the utilization of X by financial institutions. Many of the 300-plus banks that make up Ripple's network use XCROP to send and receive funds swiftly across international borders. Government regulations may force financial institutions to sever Ripple and XBuy. The entire business strategy of Ripple could be impacted by this. Because of its primary application in the financial sector, XRP's value would plummet if this happened. Because of this, the token's practical value would plummet. This might cause institutions to lose trust in XCrop as well. A lot of big banks are scared to put money into the cryptocurrency market since the rules aren't clear. If Operation ChokePoint 2 is successful in casting XCrop into legal limbo, major corporations will be much less inclined to invest in or utilize it. Rather, they are shifting their investments to decentralized digital assets. XCrop has grown and been used with the help of institutional backing, thus this would be a major blow for them. To mitigate these dangers, what options do XCrop owners have? Acquiring more knowledge should be your initial step. Because of the direct impact on your investment, you should stay abreast of regulatory changes and Ripple's legal battles. Holding on to XCrop for an extended period of time shouldn't cause any concern, regardless of any temporary instability. XRP may be able to withstand this political pressure thanks to its RPUs and global usage. However, short-term traders should closely monitor XRP price movements and be prepared for further instability in the event that Operation ChokePoint 2 worsens. To hedge against potential government losses, diversifying your portfolio may be a wise idea. Last but not least, always be prepared for the unknown following XCrop if Operation ChokePoint 2 continues. The market can face significant challenges. Despite regulatory obstacles, Ripple's continued ties and XRP's primary purpose suggest the token may still have a promising future. To help XCrop owners weather the storm and maybe even come out ahead, let's take a closer look at what they can do. How can XCrop owners safeguard their assets in light of Operation ChokePoint 2? In this uncertain regulatory climate, the most important thing is to be prepared and attentive. Before everything else, you must stay abreast of any new developments in the law pertaining to Ripple's continuing lawsuit with the SEC and any actions that regulators may take against XCrop. Due to the rapid ebb and flow of the cryptocurrency market, it is critical to have access to accurate information. Never doubt the word of credible sources, and be sure to monitor the responses of governments and banks to the demands for more regulation. You should evaluate your current level of risk tolerance if you have XCrop for an extended period of time. Periods of instability are inevitable due to the lack of clarity surrounding legislation. However, XRP's global use for cross-border payments and its partners' connections to major banks may give it a leg up in the future. Remain calm and focus on the essentials. More and more organizations are showing their support for XCrop, which remains one of the world's most popular cryptocurrencies. Being patient and keeping an eye on the big picture can help you weather the volatility that comes with Ripple's ongoing pursuit of new ideas and collaborations. However, extreme caution is required if your trading experience is brief. Keeping a careful watch on the news for any changes in